Dementia. By definition, a chronic or persistent disorder of mental processes caused by brain disease or injury and marked by memory disorders, personality changes, and impaired reasoning. Candelario Trevino, grandfather of Josh Michael, unfortunately happens to be a person that suffers from such. The reason behind this illness lies at the root of it all. Today, Josh was able to come down to school to speak for his grandfather. He will elaborate on the lifelong effects of the Vietnam War on veterans, specifically on his grandfather, Mr. Trevino, why his grandfather's pain is his and the family's pain, and also talk about and stress the importance of a unified family. Josh, right?
Yes, Michael Joshua Trevino.
Yes, and we're going to speak on the topic of war and how it affects our modern veterans.
Yes.
And
my grandpa went to the Vietnam War when right after high school, and he was a staff sergeant when he was deployed in Vietnam. He got 4 Purple Hearts and a Bronze Star of Valor. He was a POW and MIA. He got the Bronze Star by saving his platoon by shooting grenade launchers in a pit full of Vietnam soldiers and killing all of them and saving his platoon but getting shot in the leg. So they patched him up and they sent him back into Vietnam. Then the second time he got stabbed in the stomach and I think shot in the stomach at the same time with the bayonet. They patched him up and sent him back. And then the final time he went, he got shot in the spine, and that was the last time that he went to Vietnam because doctors say he was paralyzed from the waist down for 2 years. And my grandpa didn't believe that, so he started walking again, and after 2 years he was very hard-headed and he went to physical therapy a lot and got better. After Vietnam, he traveled all over the world. Going to Jerusalem, Tokyo, Honduras, you name it, he's probably been there. And he got his degree from Texas State University in education and got married, had 3 kids. My dad, my uncle JR, he's Candelario Trevino Jr., so we call him JR. And my aunt Cynthia Trevino. And then all of them have a total of 5 grandkids. It's me, my brother Xavier, my cousin Max, my cousin Justice, and my cousin Victoria. And then a few years went by. He's really healthy. He's been to all my soccer games, but in the past few years, the injuries have caught up to him. He has dementia, Parkinson's, arthritis. He doesn't really remember who I am. He still thinks I'm my dad, and we try to talk to doctors, and all this has to do with his war injuries are finally caught up with him. Like he's not able to walk anymore, and that's his favorite thing to do is walk. So the war has really taken a big toll on my grandfather and our family because we all pitch in, we all try to help him. I visit him on the weekends sometimes when I get the chance, and I'm blessed that he is alive with me right now.
So now that you mentioned that he had dementia and Parkinson's, and along the way, like many other diseases, he contracted because of war, like how do you feel respected for that?
How do you think he feels?
You know, he's a proud man. We're proud Tejano Mexicans. You know, he's very hard-headed. I know, I've experienced it. You know, I've been to hospitals where 3 nurses have to hold him down because he doesn't like the hospitals, and he's very upset because he can't walk anymore. He's lost his ability to do all these things that he once was, and he doesn't like that idea that, you know, this big macho Mexican is now restricted to these limits that he has. And it hurts me because, you know, like growing up, I've seen my grandpa, this big, huge, you know, macho Mexican. You know, he doesn't take shit from anyone. So it hurts me to see him like this now. But I'm just blessed that he's alive with me right now. That's all. I just thank God, and I pray every day that he at least gets better to the point where he can see me walk the stage when I get my bachelor's degree in criminal justice.
Okay, so I see that you brought with you a photo album with you today. So
Yes, this is my grandpa's travels through the world. He's been everywhere, like I said before, and he's luckily documented it for me. So if you want, you can check it out right here.
all right.
I got the opportunity to look closely at the photo album, and surely Mr. Trevino happens to be a ladies' man, like Josh mentions. The pictures of him were taken between the years of 1975 and 1978, the years right after the end of the Vietnam War. His grandfather traveled a lot. He traveled to Tokyo, Jerusalem, Italy, Cambodia, and among many other countries. The reason is the US Army had different military bases, so in a way he had to, and enjoyed his travels along the way.